This video is brought to you by Raycon. Hey folks, how's it going? Today I'm talking about one of the newest animated films from Sony on Netflix called Wish Dragon. I was hyped about this one. It was one of those films where I'm like, ooh, the poster. Ooh, I'm liking the concept. I cannot wait to watch this movie. And then I noticed that we were getting closer to the release, and I was like, where are the trailers? Where are the advertisements? Why is no one really talking about this movie? Like, I knew about Luca and that coming out. I heard folks in like the hub. What's the word I'm thinking of when folks talk about something? Not the hubbub, the buzz. There you go. I heard about the buzz for Luca, but not as many folks about Wish Dragon, at least on a mainstream level. And the movie came out, and as I surveyed the surface of social media, again, did not really see many folks talking about this movie. Now, hey, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm not looking in the right places, but like when I saw Luca, folks were talking about that. Wish Dragon, not as much, which is also odd considering that it's like on Netflix. Like most folks could go watch this, boom, there it is, no upcharge, just watch the film. All right, be that as it may, let's just talk about this movie, its origins, what I thought about it, and so on. So the film, as I said, was made by Sony and a bunch of other companies, most of them being Chinese. I've said this before in past videos, we are seeing the rise of Chinese animation. China wants a piece of the action when it comes to the animation industry. You have things like Abominable, Over the Moon, and then there's like a bunch of other films that like Nezha. That movie was huge in China, and most Americans don't know about it. Like that thing made like over $800 million on a $60 million budget, and it's like, hey, have you seen Nezha? Which I'm probably saying wrong, and most Americans are like, no, what are you talking about? So China is on the move with that industry, and we will just continue to see a rise in that trend, and also seeing partnerships where it be like Disney or DreamWorks or Sony, where they're like, no, we want to work with these Chinese studios and find like projects to collab on. The synopsis for Wish Dragon. It is the modern day Shanghai, China. Our main character, Din, and how he discover he met a girl named Lena back when they were kids. They grew up as friends. She had to move away. It's about 10 years later. Din here is trying to find an opportunity to meet up with Lena because he misses his friend. And they're both on the precipice of adulthood, thinking about their futures, what to do, confused, scared, one who's super rich, one who's super poor. And then Din stumbles across the genie from Aladdin. He stumbled across a teapot that summoned a magical dragon named Long. Long here is like, hey, you get 3 wishes. It's a few things I can't do, like time travel, I can't kill people, and he can't make people fall in love. Sound familiar, right? A lot of folks are going to be saying like, hey, this is like the Chinese version of Aladdin, which like isn't entirely, it's not like a carbon copy, but there's a lot of similarities and I would say inspiration drawn from Aladdin for this film. We'll get to it here in a moment. So spoilers aside at the moment, that's the synopsis. Din here has a dragon. He wants to use these wishes so he can have a better chance to go find Lena and like, I guess, catch up with her. Though it's kind of like unclear where it's like, is he in love with her? I don't know. Like, I think they just want to be friends or he just wants to see his friend again. But like, there's a lot of implications of him like going on a date here later on in the film or them having emotions back and forth. It's romantic. It's a little bit unclear to me. Again, I am the dumb. Speaking of like Aladdin, brought it up. Let's talk about it, okay? Longhair, the dragon, reminds me of the genie, especially with their like the fluidity of the characters, how they move, how they're very bubbly. Though Longhair, after that like very bubbly introduction, starts to become a bit more of a downer, where he's like, okay, come on, wrap it up, get these wishes done, gotta move on. I gotta finish my to-do list so I can move on with my life. And Longhair's like, just wish for what everybody else wants. Money is the answer. Just wish for money. And even I was saying that to the screen where I'm like, come on, Dan, just wish for money. And Din's like, no, I'd rather wish for a car and a fancy suit. I want to be like Prince Ali. In a way, he kind of did. He kind of wished to be like princely. So we can go to like this birthday party that Lena's having so we can go see her. Kind of like how like Aladdin's like, I want to be Prince Ali so I can go marry Jasmine. Though for Aladdin, it's very clear he wants to get with Jasmine. Again, like Den here is like, I want to go see Lena so we can talk. It's like, okay. Long is like reluctant to this all, where he's like, come on, dude, let's, you start, I don't know, he kind of seemed like, I wouldn't say cynical. I mean, he's catching up with like humans, where he's like, oh wow, airplanes and cars and TVs, ooh, it's been a while. But he keeps saying like, I've served multiple masters, they've wanted one thing, it's money. So that's kind of the theme of the film, because like Lena's father, who is like the implied antagonist, he's trying to get the tea kettle too, because he wants to use the dragon's wish to save his GameStop stock from dropping. So the dad's obsessed with saving his company, aka getting money. He sends like these cohorts of minions to go find the tea kettle. One guy who like keeps his hands in his pockets, he kicks really hard. It kind of reminds me of that one guy from One Piece. And there's a bit of a twist at the end with like the villain, I guess spoilers aside, where like the kicky guy's like, I'm not gonna save you anymore, Lena's dad, I'm gonna be in charge. And my first wish comes from a book that I read, didn't finish it, where I want to be able to turn things into gold with the touch of my hand. Okay, it's King Midas. We know how this is going to end. So the theme of like needing money to be happy, that's a big part of this film, where Long realizes, oh, like, cause he starts to hang out with Din and Lena and like the poor family in the, I guess, poor part of Shanghai, and realizing there's more to life than just money. And also we learn that like Long is in this position as a punishment because he obsessed in his human life over money. So it's kind of a bit of, I guess, humility to realize it's not always about money. Sometimes it's just about meaningful relationships with your loved ones, whether it be romantically with a girl or with your family or whatever. So that's like the overarching theme of the film. Big time Aladdin inspiration and vibes, and that's fine. And it never felt like it was like too boring, where I'm like, is this just Chinese Aladdin? Am I gonna be bored here? And it's like, no, there's enough of them like taking these common denominators from Aladdin, but also mixing it up with like, where Genie's all bubbly, oh, hey, Al, I'm gonna do everything. I'm just excited to be here. Long's like, I'm ready to be done. I'm dragging my feet. I'm reluctant to it all until he comes around, which is, you know, a good arc for him. So the story is fine. At first, I thought I would be disappointed with it, where I'm like, oh, we're going this direction. And I'm like, okay, no, you kind of brought it in at the end. It's fine. It suffices. The animation, let's talk about that. Okay, so I expected this to be higher quality with its visuals. It's not to say it's bad by any means, but like where I see things like Spider-Verse, which I know is a very unfair comparison, but this film, like Wish Dragon, it feels a bit more unpolished. The cities don't feel as full. It's hard to really put my finger on it, but like when you watch Soul, or my future review here I'll be doing in a bit for Luca, you look through the settings of these films and they feel very fleshed out and alive and just pretty. I don't really get that here with the setting for Wish Dragon. These city shots feel just kind of hollow to me. Not to say they're bad, I wasn't feeling immersed in the city and the setting. I mean, that's just me. Also, they reuse character designs. I noticed that too, where it's like, oh, I saw that character in another scene in the background, and I guess they're reusing it. So maybe that's also a testament to it being not cheap, but like they were working on a smaller budget, so they had to cut corners here and there. Oh, I didn't even mention this movie's got alcohol and someone slapped a girl on a butt. You know, you won't see that in a Pixar film here in America or DreamWorks. But in China, you can slap a girl's ass at a party with a dragon tail. Dragon tails. Okay, sorry. ADD is really getting me today. I like the character designs for the humans. They're fine. Though I also, like, it's kind of funny. I see Din, I see Lena. I actually thought the designs from Red Shoes, that South Korean animated film, looked better than this film, like with the humans at least. I'm like, huh, how about that? The South Korean studio looked just higher quality, looks better polished to me. But for the Wish Dragon himself, for Long, fantastic. He was great. Obviously the most effort went into this character design and how they wanted him to move with his fluidity and his personality and his magic and his colors, and it's just supreme. I love it. Long's the best part of this film, visually stunning. I enjoyed that, so that wasn't a disappointment. And I suppose overall, with this movie, I would recommend it. It's good. The story, again, it's average. I thought it would be worse initially, but it was able to clinch that win at the end. The visuals, I also expected a bit more. Not bad, just expected more. But where it counted, it definitely stood up and like made the win too, with like Long being like the tip of the spear with the characters, with the story, and he was visually engaging and fun, and also a good character too. So all in all, Wish Dragon, I recommend it. I think it's good. I'd say actually, I think I enjoyed it more than Raya and the Last Dragon, so take that for what it's worth, at least on a story level. And maybe not, maybe I'm wrong about that too. You know what, I might have spoken too soon. Let me think about that one. though I have seen fan art of these two dragons together as friends and as more. So just keep that in mind when you're searching the internet with these dragons' names in the Google images. Keep the safe search on. So that's my review for Wish Dragon. It's on Netflix. Go check it out. So I want to thank the sponsor for this video, Raycon earbuds. Now, I've been using Raycons for over a year now, and I am very happy with them. I legit use them all the time, especially during the summer months. I use them when I go on hikes, when I walk my dog, when I work in the yard. Like, it's the perfect season for rocking my Raycons. Raycon was co-founded by Ray J, and let me tell you, Raycon is truly disrupting the electronics industry by designing premium wireless audio for half the price and without the compromise. They're doing things differently than other brands out there, from the way they design their products to the way they price them. Raycon holds true to their customer's experience from start to finish. Now, I'm a huge fan of their everyday E25s. This version has a potent recharging case that can charge your earbuds for up to 6 hours, and the earbuds are compact and fit well in my ears too. Plus, the quality of the sound is top-notch, with an excellent bass, and the Bluetooth pairing is seamless and fantastic. They also come in a broad variety of colors, plus a 45-day free return policy on top of that. Hell, you even got celebrities such as Mike Tyson, J.R. Smith, and Snoop Dogg, who are obsessed with Raycons. And best of all, Raycons are fairly priced and don't cost an arm and a leg like other brands out there. But Raycon still maintains a high level of sound quality. So click the link in the description down below and go to buyraycon.com/Saberspark to get 15% off your Raycon purchase.